We team. When I'm Manchester, we football. Because we more la masia. Moi, mon cher Crano. I don't know younger age. You know, my people are a training one. Montisankophobia. To Brighton places are up there.
Rich. Weekend we. Mr. Omomu ATM analysis and Monday we. I think say Mitchell Mutai Chelsea hijack conversation, you know. And it will be more of Chelsea on the transfer maybe of future corner other teams betting me abemu. But Rich, my draw me conclusion be on club and Chelsea.
Okay.
And I think say many Chelsea fans are omutie show we ebeche say me conclusion no me thoughts and me analysis on what Chelsea has become. A very, very short, but I will express it. And my conclusion is based on Rich. Over the weekend, 2 transfers are Chelsea are concluded now. First of all, a Brazilian Brighton and Hove Albion striker, your friend is Joao Pedro. Rich, we're 23 years, then some 270 something days. Send a medical can offer Brazil. Obi a washa Premier League we bia enim who Joao Pedro eye. One of those players scouted by Tommy Brumo, brought to Brighton with the idea say yeah the man a platform add value to him na yatono e dia giska. Na no courage. For Brighton to, in the last few years, cash out 263 million from club friend Chelsea, with players be to say Mark Cucurella 63, Robert Sanchez goalkeeper 25, Moaz Caicedo 115. Then now Abranti friend Joao Pedro in the excess of 50 million there. Rich, it means Brighton a special connection with club and friend Chelsea. Now, Rich, unim say a same connection now so and the coach be say Graham Potter. Every PM our club and friend Chelsea. Many a lot of Chelsea fans are Rich, we are divided on Joao Pedro.
Okay.
And miss feeling in Ayala, Abrantian, the numbers at the same. Or ye upgrade on the order than now. Or ye Chelsea spec ankasa. So do you know what? I am not comfortable with our question now. I feel say Pedro mo pay us because the information they are asking for is very, very verifiable. Say who Premier League app no crowd or phone so you can just go to Brighton, come squad ho, click on the player. And every statistics be out in the Premier League about Abranti and Ebeba. Now, Rich, this is Joao Pedro. 6 years we are in the English Premier League in Kwa, Rich. The guy scored 10 goals. 10 goals, you know. Matisse a chance for me because oh yeah, the number because of what? Now, on the Nitiba boy, and you're correct. The guy scored 10 goals. He scored only one of them with Unity. Then one with the left foot. They are coming in with the right. Our 47 shots. And 20 on targets. I misses 7 big chances. And I hitting the woodwork once. These are the numbers. And yet be extraordinary and then it's not me saying it. These are the numbers. So we are Chelsea fan. Now we are convinced about this number. Say Chelsea are got to strike Abiaba. These are the numbers in here. These are the numbers, Rich. Probably the only good thing and say, Rich at Chelsea, maybe you will expect that they will create more for him. than the Omuketi our team and friend Brighton. And no cry I doubt.
Brighton, a team they create a lot.
Yes, who the almost game no.
Yakubu Mintano.
Yes,
but you train the ball. Yeah.
But in terms of quality, you may think say, oh, Chelsea were quality individuals. Until the analysis then will be say probably you will get more supplies and send the attacker of football. You know, say oh yeah, striker, you are as good as how you are supplied with the boss. You know, until yeah, when we say Joao Pedro will have more supplies at Chelsea and maybe he can produce more. But we do feel what they are the Chelsea standard striker. Rich and Yabanti and Joao Pedro in terms of the numbers, you know, but he can come good. No, Rich. Yeah. Nicola Jackson, no watching because with Dilap and now Joao Pedro, Rich, I think that the playing time is so better, Papa, if he's going to stay at Chelsea, and that is my first conclusion. Now, Rich, I need Joao Pedro. And yet it's a Chelsea airport 50 million pounds plus add-ons and money in excess of the 50 million. No, Rich, over the weekend, a transfer saga, you're dancing. But you I say the good thing for Chelsea and they say team I the Dortmund is also in the US. Both FIFA club World Cup nibi. And the continuation of discussion, you know, Kwana Ekoso over the weekend. Obia report including Sky Sports Germany. I say Ayanokre. Abrantia your friend is Jimmy Gittens. Chelsea answer Aka Abrantia. Now Rich, Chelsea Sakani because there is a fourth bid at Chelsea Diako. Last time Mechecho say Chelsea call as far as 55 million euros. Dortmund for say Massa. You see about 65. And to 55 on a short of 10. Rich, Dortmund has insisted, say Chelsea will pay 65 million euros, which is 55 million pounds, and sign Amunsa Eka Brantiero. That is Dortmund for you. And a well documented how they do negotiations. Now, Rich, only the entire Gittens Abba. He adds to this list. And me who said the and I'm suffering from me kakra. And it gets back to they're now only 50 years. Now, this picture, actually, I will say, Rich, since Ora Enzo Maesca, you know, even proud to him, Rich, now Chelsea, in your team, no, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Manchester City Academy graduates. And yet Bonnie, even the coach, Manchester City Academy person, and probably he goes back to players Onima Onuma Ye Juma and Man City Academy hall. And so what's here? Even when Bayern, Gittens, you know, he had done a video call with Enzo Maresca, and he was convinced, oh, so many academy hall. It's Uya coach, me. Also, me do project in here, me do buy also meba. And even when the Bayern went for Gittens told Dortmund say, look, me may see my group, I want to go back to England, and I want to go and play for Chelsea. And money Chelsea in Kwa and then negotiations, no, namu niskano. Now, Rich, Abanti neighbor. Rich, I don't know if you agree with my conclusion now.
With you,
Chelsea assassin.
As in,
the club has changed. Rich, you know. Time at Chelsea, a club Kessia. You who say a lot of you now for any or football at and sure or many so many Chelsea supporters, you know, started with the Abramovich era.
Yeah.
Now, Rich, when Abramovich was there, the Chelsea transfer policy became we want success. And cast your mind back. And Kasami You transfer window no no. Sanke yes sports some men. Rich, we will be talking about Chelsea Akosai Malouda. Chelsea the Nicolas Anelka. Chelsea the best midfielder in the French League Michael Essien. Chelsea akoto Didier Drogba. Chelsea akoto Michael Ballack. Those were the players. And they were not coming as players. Sebi. They were bossy. Then they were brought in by Roman Abramovich. Now, Rich, today, Chelsea conversation, they say, they want to buy young players. 23, 24, tops. And they want players, at that young age, and they say, they want them to fix into almost salary structure. Nti yanko fa superstar bi amba no ababa ji sika bi abusu bi a ebe break yes structure na ye de ato ho no. Now you see means all baby am free bana. Rich, Chelsea has moved from premier Russian owner to American investors who are business minded.
So Ayala so be so kofa the PSG win Basel. That's the point. PSG to two players akese I'm
not talking about success. Menka results as a move.
Okay.
What I'm trying to say is say me percent me we Chelsea near. Yes.
Remind you Roman Abramovich now. That is it. I have business.
Yes.
Okay.
And those times now you do transfer window. You were expecting Chelsea to rub shoulders for the superstars on the transfer market.
Tinkebia Abramovich timer.
Don't worry.
Strike a bit to say.
Don't worry, I'll give
Victor
you. Fantastic. That was my second point. Rich, Roman Abramovich time now. And ebeye Bubu Jase Chelsea here number 9. Send your Mukofa Didier Drogba by this time and Osimhen abada. Especially Osimhen attitude from Ayala, Nako Saudi, they have been called Sikani Yayen ready. Almost Mama Napoli, 75 million. Bar clause on beto. They will give you money. Osimhen said the Munjun Chess was. Send Roman Abramovich time now. Send your Didier Drogba buy. Send your Nicolas Anelka mobile. Send your Michael Ballack mobile. Rich and by this time, and Victor Osimhen a Chelsea player, solid. But under the new consortium, it is Dilap and Joao Pedro, simply because they are young and omunji salary a bro Chelsea salary structure no myself. That is what I want people to understand. Second, Roman Abramovich time, Rich, catch me. Idea Jimmy Gittens acquire or Dortmund. And the subject of transfer to Chelsea, they decided to hire Chomudada. He even did more. There was someone who said, Gittens, acquire fast, or him Cheche, or Dortmund. Saudi and Walker was MCCN. They decided to have done it some years ago. Why you quit Chomudada? Or the
Dortmund echo Champions League final.
What's up about Chelsea? Chelsea is was going to know. Yes, I'm now come Manchester United. It is in Roman Abramovich time now. Jadon Sancho would have stayed. They will negotiate with him to stay. And they will not go and bring Obia. They are here to happen on Obama. It's me best Chelsea, and that was my conclusion this weekend. Say, Rich, Chelsea has moved on. And say, I think say it will help you. Say Uber Chelsea because of the way not Chelsea transfers were flamboyant and more results. I'm sorry, what the can't say Mudia, but if that is the club that you want, any free say if you are a lover of big spenders club and you not supporting Chelsea, Rich, they are no more that club. Utia sientemua beto. Whether you are more yellow. In the years to come, that is a conversation we can have tomorrow. And you know, so I won't be misquoting because Ayala say, Satam Nani, I told Drogba and Ballack Mono, a term until the end successful. I never said that. What I'm saying is that the transfer philosophy of Chelsea in the Abramovich era and in this Clay Lake Todd Bowley consortium era, no, totally different. Totally different. No, Rich. Michel Jimmy Gittens 65 million euros. And I'm down and maybe someone who say no club in Europe, Rich, will pay that same amount for Garnacho. But Garnacho in born watching Jimmy Gittens. Why? Argentina Dortmund. Ever package Jimmy Gittens. Akoma Chelsea at 65. Now Garnacho ever in a better league. We're for a bigger club with more pressure. But Rich, even when Manchester no club will offer 65 million for Garnacho. Argentina. Mo packaging yet.
It's because it's in yet.
Rich.
For player free man. Or doubt kaka.
Rich.
A team that plays 17th.
Rich.
16th. For player free man.
About finals of the Europa Cup.
Yeah. But it's me Torium.
No problem. About finals in the Europa Cup. Dortmund do say in the Champions League.
Yeah.
And I'm saying, say, the also Jimmy Gittens or Dortmund Biano. Garnacho aye their boss of Manchester in terms of individual play. And he has done it in a better league. At a club, there's a lot of pressure. Ujini say the Jimmy Gittens for Manchester game Obenya Bimbawo. A bad thing. But Garnacho is playing. Over DJ Gittens. But Argentina obi beti 65 million euros. Akoto Jimmy Gittens, but on this African meto Garnacho. It means Manchester United, business-wise, any packaging, you have a problem.
And yes, salary na.
Rich.
Because the players take around 250, 300. The Europe no teams in the zone to as I can.
Esaba back today. It is the same business packaging. It is the same business packaging. Nobody can convince me say Jimmy Gittens any more watching Garnacho. No. Only watching that.
Garnacho the Nisika. Probably any match as man coin.
You see? No, I'm not talking about Jadon Sancho. I'm talking about Garnacho.
Garnacho, okay.
See, I said Manchester Motono.
Sure.
Over the 65. No. Nobody will pay that. Nobody. Sikana must no. Look, Garnacho or Benin Amosa will also be the bear 25 30 Fanako. But only one watching Jimmy Gittens. It is a me in the Manchester hierarchy. Rich, I will sit down and say, how come Dortmund is selling Jimmy Gittens 65 million? But we can't the same price. The same price for Garnacho. It means, Rich, the way of Manchester United, Abaya Thousand Club now, devalue players on the transfer market, it has to stop. I will say, Jai.
Yes.
And yes, I Rich, Mohobe, Seremu, gidi. Yanko, we back a Kirby or FIFA Club World Cup. First of all, Rich, this issue of whether after the Yaba
2 hours a day.
You see,
like 5 minutes near book game.
Who said there are 2 variations of weather discussion? No, they can a real. I'm at teams become on a bench at my dressing room to watch the game on TV. And they cool, some cool break now. Oh, bench. They soak towels in ice blocks. See, they be able to throw
industrial fine.
And easy.
On their bomb.
Yes. It's only one aspect of the weather.
Yes, a lightning.
Then you say about game now. Now, Omo show that say, hey, Munya body bona, and so Kakrebi Betama, a gradana bebano, and you say, and you probably snap so now Abobo and Asasha Bo. No, Rich, look, situation me me aba. But the moment the coaches start to speak, it carries a lot of weight. And Enzo Maresca say, I think it's a joke, to be honest. It's not football. It's not for us. You cannot be inside. I struggle to understand. I can understand that. I can understand that for security reasons you suspend the game. But if you suspend 7, 8 games, that means that probably this is not the right place to do this competition. Osisi can see one off bia anamionu bia fine. But 7 or 8 games there. And I'm sure that you choose baby a competition now. And to him, they say baby competition at the wrong place. But Rich, quickly on Chelsea win. No. Look. Biana Enzo Maresca enye Jose Mourinho. Inti breaking records with Chelsea. But Rich, for us who have become the student of the game, Rich, we appreciate and you maybe our coaches be best or more here, and when you tend to understand them and your results also they be a Chelsea fans Chelsea line up bono mu but they are share no bo fupa because almost have been telling him bobo. But Rich, I was asking myself say Argentina Oriya friend Enzo Maresca I decided to obey 2 left-footed centre halves. I been what toss money ade travel Chaloba mo e bench almost starting game no more bono. I mean, who say, oh, say Kukwera, Bono Kobon, Onu Nakwa Kobo Chelsea 11. Say they can come into a 3-back shape where they will need a left-footed centre half to come in our left-hand side, which Kowa any Rich James were so okay. Then I understand why coach, I call for those persons. It's why we are me point here and say, Rich, say why she now sometimes when need the way teams never bonnet here. You may question why some players has been selected, but not a coach, anyhow, or person or game, Look, Rich James, quality free kick, NO2 year, Di Maria Beteka, Chelsea within 9 minutes, ebe close game in the years, no crab and figure the red card, but Chelsea had to take advantage of that, and they really did. In the rest of the games, they saw Bianca say PSG better. Obiara say PSG better, and
they will kill you.
It's almost essay. Bayern also and struggle a little bit, but they were able to do the do. Not Rich. Your games to show.
Sure.
Your Palmeiras Estival against the team
Chelsea.
And your Paris Saint-Germain any team your friend Bayern. And we are expecting Inter. Say almost able to me are qualified ahead of Fluminense. Now almost so at me ako. Until you may hear say Inter. And so able to me qualify. Before I bet us in a befino, you were bet to a code me nubia. Makes me Eddie Ama and Coffin say, baby, I do need it. Bet and me yes was say you be just CCR. Because near him say our off season, but this tournament and other leagues so as our bounce back and more Konya and more Chubby. First code no a 209 19 AE2. 20919 AE2. Then the last one a 209 1A E88 209 1A E88 20919 AE2 2 bet to codes and now bet me afa na ode aya onioma na say Chelsea for hijacking more for no transfers no why na hijacking local one no
so come out na say